Hello, guys. Welcome back. Yeah, welcome back to Andex TV. We are continuing with our working capital skills. Now, in our previous discussion, we're focusing on cash management. We are not done with that, but all the items that we will be discussing, please take note. We've done budgets, we've done with cash, and then now we want to talk about debtors or receivables. Sell goods to people on credit. It is known as debtors. Debtors. They are different from people that you sold immediately collecting cash from what you have sold. So that one, those distinctions have to be clear. Now, the two components is the cash sales and then the credit sales. So when you sell to people for cash, then that means that cash, there should be a policy around that cash. When the person buys the item and pay you cash, what you're supposed to do is to take all those monies to the bank. So I discussed that in our cash video. If you have not watched that one, you can go to our YouTube and then get all those kind of relevant information. But the second aspect of working capital management that I want to talk about is the debtors, which I said credit base. Yes, those sales are known as what? Debtors or receivables. You bought some items and then you put your margin on it, or perhaps you are manufacturing. Now, those stock that you sold to your client with your margin on it, and the client didn't pay all, perhaps paid some and left some. The remaining balance that to pay to you is known as debtors. So in your working capital management, in your current assets, you could see from the slide that the second item on that list on your current asset is debtors or receivables. All those are assets. So you should be able to monitor all those kind of proceeds that come from receivables or debtors. So in financial management, we have policies that governs credit of goods. Hi guys. So what we are trying to say is that you have to be very, very serious when it comes to managing your SME business. You have to be very wild on them. You understand? You have to put systems in place, very powerful systems in place. Don't give people chance for them to come and mess up what you have established, because you are establishing a legacy and somebody else's is what misbehaving with your investment. You understand? Your SME that you have started is an investment. That's what you depend on for living. As a matter of fact, you have taken a very bold step to establish something that will have a future. So you don't have to allow anybody to just mess around with your SME business. And mind you, another thing is that when you are able to put these things in place by establishing a proper bank account where cash sales go to the bank is watching, they are giving you credit. Oh, this particular man or this woman who have established this business is doing very well. We can trust him. They are watching. Yeah, and then you are building credibility for yourself. Now, when you be coming around to see how you are operating, they can see that all your bank file, all your receipts are intact, your deposit slips are intact, separate file for all your payables. You understand? Your receivable, you can track all those, and the bank is taking you serious. That's leading you to working capital funding. That is what is leading you to working capital funding. Is a very, very serious thing, but most SMEs don't know. Now, whilst you are making yourself accessible for working capital funding, then the banks will take you more serious. The government will take you more serious. That's why this course is very important. And as you keep on doing things quite diligently, there are trade policies, you are putting your books in order. We are supporting you through Andex TV, giving you reliable information. You are putting same thing together. Your profit margin and all your sales, they are all intact. Then it means that you are making a very serious business. Therefore, it will be very easy for banks to extend funding to you. My name is Anderson. Over the period, I've had experience in audit and accounting. I've headed accounting department before, and I've also headed an audit department before. So I know for some number of years I have experience over all these. We even help a company to secure $1.5 million as a working capital funding. So it is not something that it's not a knowledge that you are picking from somebody who doesn't know what he's doing. So please, even I've seen people who have gone for working capital funding, but they've used the money for different purpose, which has landed them into a different legal matters and even losing their collateral. So this course is fully packed. We will be looking into other areas. How do people make losses? Why is it that people have profits yet they cannot pay their what, their liability or their operational expenses as they fall due? And why is it that a nice company will now begin to do what? Sell the company out, sell all their assets? Why is it that most companies have much asset, but if you check their profit, they have no sales? Yeah, and that is the course that we are training. We are training people to get this kind of relevant skills. Thank you very much. So keep in touch. Subscribe a reconciliation statement on the account. This is so important. If you happen to have debtors hanging in your financial statement or hanging around your books, you should at least every week prepare a reconciliation of account on that. A reconciliation account. Try to check all the customers, list all of them in your Excel file, have them in your portfolio. That these are the debtors who are, they are all assets. They are all assets. The banks will check. So you have to also make sure that all those clients who are owing should be able to, or their books should be well intact. I sold goods 20,000 to you. You have paid me 5,000. The remaining balance is what, 15,000. It's hanging there. You understand? Where did he pay to? Some of them can even call you that, oh, we've paid to the bank. So if you don't have a proper accountant or you don't have a proper person who will oversee all these things, then it means that if you have a huge number of people who are owing, it means that this thing can be an oversight. So check that. You have to prepare one, reconciliation on the bank account, and two, reconciliation on your cash account, and reconciliation on your Momo account, so that you'll be tracking them, their closing balances. And this one, let me add this. Don't put all the trust in the hands of your account officer or account person who is doing that and go and fold your hands and go and sit at some place. No. You, the CEO or the person running the SME, you should randomly do that. As a matter of fact, add it to your schedule to check, because you know how you have suffered to build your legacy. So you have to check it yourself. Check. Don't trust anybody. Like as I said, Andex people are empowering SMEs. So if you are a CEO, you are a business owner, or you have a foreseeable future to have a very serious business, then you have to stay glued to our channel, because we are going to expose some of the things that really goes on. Prepare the reconciliation yourself. Even when you are going to delegate an accountant to do that, you have to do it yourself independently. When you do it independently, you don't even tell them, you keep it silent. Then you request, hey, Mr. Accounts Officer, please bring your reconciliation and let me check. You have your master, you have already done yours. Yes, then you begin to weigh sometimes you can see that theirs is over or yours is less, or whatever the discrepancies, you investigate.